Across the golden expanse of the Serengeti, heat rises like whispered prayers, and the grassland trembles with ancient tension. Here, speed is salvation. Every stride is a gamble, every heartbeat measured against the rhythm of pursuit and escape. Two legends face each other on this stage: the cheetah, sculpted blur of pure velocity, and the ostrich, towering sprinter of the plains. One hunts with precision born of desperation. The other flees with power carved by evolution. Speed alone decides who sees tomorrow. Welcome to Animal Attacks, Wild Serengeti, Cheetahs versus Ostriches, the chase across the sea of grass. The Serengeti stretches endlessly across northern Tanzania and southern Kenya, a vast ocean of grass punctuated by scattered acacia trees and volcanic outcrops. This is a landscape shaped by extremes: searing heat, torrential rains, endless horizons. The earth bakes beneath the equatorial sun, cracking into geometric patterns that tell stories of drought. During the wet season, grass grows tall enough to conceal a lion. In the dry months, it withers to stubble, exposing every creature to the unblinking eye of hunger. Over 2 million wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles traverse these plains in a perpetual migration, following the rains chasing green pastures. Predators shadow their movements: leopards in the trees, hyenas in the twilight, cheetahs on the open flats. Every animal exists in a state of constant calculation: when to feed, when to rest, when to run. There are no second chances here. The slow are consumed, the weak are abandoned. This is the Serengeti, where survival is measured not in years, but in heartbeats. And on these windswept plains, two masters of speed write their own rules, one with teeth and claws, the other with wings it cannot use and legs built like coiled springs. On this stage of distance and glare, hesitation is a sentence. Commitment is the only language anything understands. The cheetah is evolution's answer to a single question: how fast can flesh and bone possibly move? Built like a living arrow, every aspect of its anatomy serves speed. Long, slender legs maximize stride length. A flexible spine acts as a coiled spring, extending and contracting with each bound. Semi-retractable claws grip the earth like track spikes. An enlarged heart and lungs flood muscles with oxygen. Even its small head and reduced teeth minimize weight, sacrificing bite force for aerodynamics. Cheetahs can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds, reaching top speeds of 70 miles per hour. But this incredible velocity comes at a cost. Their lightweight frame cannot sustain the chase for long. Overheating occurs within seconds. Lactic acid floods their muscles. Most hunts last less than a minute. A desperate, explosive gamble where everything is risked in a single sprint. Unlike lions or leopards, cheetahs are solitary hunters. Though brothers sometimes form small coalitions, they rely on vision, not scent, scanning the plains from termite mounds and fallen logs. Their hunting strategy is surgical: identify the weak, isolate the target, commit fully. There is no backup plan, no second wind. Either the chase succeeds or the cheetah goes hungry. Speed is both a weapon and a curse, a gift that demands perfect execution every single time. To miss by a heartbeat is to miss entirely. The physics of failure are brutal and exact. A female cheetah crouches in the golden grass, muscles taut, amber eyes locked on a herd of Thompson's gazelles grazing 200 meters away. She has been watching for 20 minutes, waiting for a vulnerable target to separate from the group. Patience is as crucial as speed. A poorly chosen target wastes energy she cannot afford to lose. Then she sees it, a young gazelle, slightly lame, lagging behind the others. The cheetah's body tenses, her tail begins to twitch, and then, in a sudden explosion of motion, she launches forward. The gazelles scatter in panic, bounding in every direction, but the cheetah has already made her choice. She accelerates with terrifying precision, her spine flexing and extending, her claws biting into the dry earth. The chase becomes a blur. Dust rises, hooves thunder. The gazelle zigzags desperately, but the cheetah mirrors every turn with liquid grace, her long tail acting as a rudder. "30 seconds into the chase, she closes the gap. With a final burst, she reaches out with a front paw and hooks the gazelle's hind leg, sending it tumbling. Before it can rise, she clamps her jaws around its throat, not to crush, but to suffocate. What appears effortless is anything but. The cheetah's body temperature has spiked dangerously. She pants heavily, sides heaving, unable to eat immediately. Speed has won, but barely. Victory here comes breathless, and the cost is always due at once. The ostrich is an evolutionary paradox. Standing up to 9 feet tall and weighing over 300 pounds, it is the largest bird on Earth, yet it cannot fly. Its wings are vestigial remnants, useless for flight, but effective for balance and courtship displays. What the ostrich lacks in aerial ability, it compensates for with sheer terrestrial dominance. These are birds built not for the sky, but for the ground. Ostriches are the fastest runners in the avian world, capable of sustaining speeds of 45 miles per hour over long distances, with bursts exceeding 50. Their legs are muscular and equipped with only 2 toes, one large clawed toe that grips the earth like a hoof. A single kick from an ostrich can disembowel a lion, delivering over 2,000 pounds of force. They are not prey that flees quietly. They are warriors that fight back. Ostriches live in loose flocks, often mingling with zebras and antelopes for added vigilance. Their eyes are the largest of any land animal, allowing them to spot predators from miles away. When threatened, their first instinct is to run and keep running. Unlike cheetahs, ostriches possess endurance. They can maintain high speeds for kilometers, outlasting any pursuer foolish enough to give chase. They are not built for stealth or cunning. They are built for raw, relentless power and the audacity to stand their ground when cornered. Where others hide, ostriches invest in distance. The horizon itself is their refuge. Out here, on the open plains, there are no hiding places, no ambush points, just flat earth stretching to the horizon and 2 species designed for speed. A male cheetah has been stalking a lone ostrich for the past hour, waiting for an opening. The ostrich grazes cautiously, head rising every few seconds to scan for danger. Its massive eyes catch every flicker of movement. The cheetah knows this will not be an easy hunt. Ostriches are too large, too fast, too dangerous. But hunger overrides caution. He begins his approach low and slow, minimizing his profile, 50 meters, 40, 30, and then the ostrich's head snaps up. Their eyes meet. For a heartbeat, neither moves. Then the ostrich runs. The cheetah explodes forward, reaching top speed within seconds. But the ostrich is already at full sprint, legs pounding the earth like pistons, wings spread for balance. The cheetah closes the gap, 60 meters, 50, 40, but the ostrich does not tire. It does not zigzag. It simply runs straight and fast, stride for powerful stride. The cheetah pushes harder, lungs burning, vision narrowing, 30 meters, 20. But his body is failing, overheating, muscles screaming. The ostrich pulls ahead. The cheetah slows, stumbles, collapses into the grass, chest heaving. The ostrich disappears over a distant rise, unharmed. Speed met endurance, and endurance won. On this plane, the sprint is a knife, but the marathon is a shield. Not all threats on the Serengeti come from prey. Cheetahs are the most vulnerable of Africa's big cats. Fast, yes, but fragile. Leopards steal their kills. Hyenas drive them from carcasses. Lions kill them outright, seeing them not as rivals but as competition to be eliminated. A cheetah cannot fight back. Its lightweight frame, built for speed, sacrifices strength. When a coalition of male lions discovers a cheetah feeding, the outcome is inevitable. The cheetah abandons its kill without hesitation. Sprinting away before the lions even reach full speed. There is no posturing, no challenge. Survival means retreat. The lions claim the carcass, tearing into flesh the cheetah worked so hard to catch. This is the cheetah's dilemma, built for one thing and one thing only: where lions dominate through strength and hyenas through numbers, cheetahs must rely on timing, terrain, and luck. They hunt during the day to avoid nocturnal predators. They choose open ground to see threats approaching. They eat quickly, knowing that danger is always seconds away. Specialization is both a gift and a curse. The cheetah is the fastest land animal on Earth and one of the most fragile. To be perfect at one craft is to be exposed in all the others. A mother cheetah lies in the shade of a thorn tree. 3 cubs sprawled beside her, their spotted coats blending into dappled sunlight. She has survived 5 years in the Serengeti, longer than most. Her body is scarred, her muscles lean, her instincts honed by countless hunts and narrow escapes. She has learned which prey to pursue and which to avoid. She has learned when to fight and when to flee. Cheetahs are masters of adaptation, but not in the way lions or hyenas adapt. They do not change the environment, they navigate it. They hunt when others rest. They choose prey others overlook. They raise their young in hidden thickets, moving them frequently to avoid detection. Survival for a cheetah is a constant improvisation, a dance performed on the knife's edge of exhaustion. The Serengeti will continue to test them. Droughts will reduce prey populations. Rival predators will steal their kills. Disease and injury will claim the unlucky. But cheetahs endure because they have no choice. Speed is their only weapon, and they wield it with a precision no other predator can match. They do not dominate the plains. They do not command respect through size or strength, but they persist, silent, elegant, fleeting, ghosts that blur across the grassland, survivors in a world that belongs to the bold. The Serengeti knows no favorites. Speed alone does not guarantee survival, nor does strength promise victory. The cheetah runs at the edge of physics. The ostrich endures at the edge of stamina, both perfect, both fragile, both alive by sheer will. But this delicate equilibrium faces growing threats: habitat loss, climate shifts, human encroachment. By protecting these grasslands, we preserve not just animals, but the very architecture of survival itself. Guard the horizon, and you guard every race that begins beneath it. What moved you most in this chase across the sea of grass? Does speed inspire you more than endurance? Or do both remind you that survival takes infinite forms? If this journey across the plains stirred something wild within you, leave your thoughts below. Smash that like button, subscribe to Animal Attacks, and hit the notification bell, because nature's greatest chases are still unfolding and you won't want to miss a single stride.